Jacob's story is one of struggle, transformation, and grace. It's the story of a man who spends much of his life chasing what he wants, only to discover that what matters most is who he becomes. It begins before he's even born. His mother, Rebekah, is pregnant with twins, Jacob and Esau. From the very start, they wrestle inside her womb, and when they're born, Esau comes out first, but Jacob is right behind, gripping his brother's heel. Even his name, Jacob, means the one who grabs or the deceiver. As the boys grow up, their differences become even more obvious. Esau is rugged and wild, a hunter. Jacob is quiet and reflective, a thinker who stays close to home. Their father, Isaac, favors Esau. Their mother, Rebekah, favors Jacob. The tension in the family runs deep, and eventually it boils over. One day, Esau returns from the fields exhausted and starving. Jacob is cooking stew. When Esau begs for some, Jacob doesn't offer it freely. Instead, he strikes a deal. "Sell me your birthright." Esau, too hungry to think clearly, agrees. It's a reckless moment, but it changes everything. The birthright, a symbol of leadership and blessing, now belongs to Jacob. But that isn't the end of it. When their father Isaac is old and nearly blind, he prepares to give Esau the final blessing. This was sacred, something that couldn't be taken back once spoken. But Rebekah overhears and urges Jacob to act. Together they trick Isaac. Jacob wears his brother's clothes and covers his arms with goat skins to mimic Esau's hairy skin. Isaac, confused but convinced, gives Jacob the blessing. Moments later, Esau returns, only to realize what's happened. He's devastated, angry, and he vows to kill Jacob. Jacob has no choice but to run. He leaves everything behind: his home, his family, his comfort. He becomes a fugitive, alone, afraid, and unsure of what's next. That night, while sleeping in the wilderness with only a stone for a pillow, Jacob has a dream. He sees a stairway reaching up to heaven, with angels going up and down, and above it stands God. He says, "I am the Lord, the God of Abraham and Isaac. I am with you. I will protect you. I will bring you back to this land." Even after all his mistakes, God meets Jacob in his lowest moment, not with punishment, but with a promise. Jacob eventually arrives in a distant land and meets Rachel, the daughter of his uncle Laban. He falls in love at first sight and agrees to work for 7 years to marry her. But on the wedding night, Laban deceives him, just as Jacob once deceived his father. In the morning, Jacob realizes he's been tricked into marrying Rachel's older sister, Leah. Laban tells him, "Work another 7 years and you can marry Rachel too." And so he does. The trickster has now been tricked. It's a humbling moment, and an important one in Jacob's journey. Over the next 2 decades, Jacob builds a large family and becomes wealthy. But the tension with Laban grows, and eventually Jacob knows it's time to leave. He decides to return home, but that means facing Esau, the brother he betrayed. As he travels back, Jacob is terrified. He sends gifts ahead to Esau, hoping to calm his anger. He divides his family and flocks in case things go badly. And then the night before the reunion, he finds himself alone. That's when a mysterious figure appears and wrestles with him until dawn. It's not a dream, it's real. They wrestle all night, neither one giving in. As morning comes, the man touches Jacob's hip, dislocating it, but Jacob refuses to let go. "I won't let you go unless you bless me," he says. The man, God in human form, gives him a new name, Israel, which means one who struggles with God. This is the turning point. Jacob is no longer just a man chasing blessings by his own strength. He has wrestled with God, He has been wounded, changed, and blessed. The next day, Jacob finally sees Esau approaching with 400 men. But instead of violence, something beautiful happens. Esau runs to Jacob, embraces him, and weeps. After all the years, all the pain, the two brothers are finally reconciled. Jacob's story is not about perfection. It's about transformation. He begins as a deceiver, grabbing for control. But through hardship, love, conflict, and grace, he becomes something more. He becomes Israel, the man who wrestled with God and walked away changed. His life reminds us that growth often comes through struggle, and that even when we feel far from where we should be, we are never too far for God to meet us, wrestle with us, and reshape our story.